All right. So, what we're going to talk about today is what does your wellness lifestyle look like? And if you're already with doTERRA, already have an account, you know that doTERRA has a philosophy of a wellness lifestyle. They know how important the oils are and how they can affect our bodies and how they can support us, but they realize it all goes hand in hand with a healthy foundation, an awareness of your body and your family's body and what your wellness lifestyle is. And so when you want the most benefit from the oils, then you try to follow a guideline of eating right, exercising, managing your rest and your stress, trying to reduce toxic load, and then just doing the things that you know. Like once you learn something that you know is good, saying it is one thing, but then implementing it is another. And so informed self-care is when you know those things and then you say, yes, I'm going to do it. And so that's, you're just empowered to do that, and you make that choice and do it. And as the head of the household, as the mom, usually we are the ones who have to enforce it. And so that is not always easy, especially when you're implementing change. But oh, in the long run, we're the ones who are in control of that. We're going to be the ones that answer for the things that happen and the situations that occur if we don't. And so we start, we try to start with a solid foundation, a foundation for successful weight control. Today, we're talking a lot about controlling weight, managing weight. How, if we have excess weight, how do we get rid of some of it? And how do we keep it sustainable instead of just like a diet or a trend and constantly going back and forth? How do we keep it sustainable? And so, and what is a healthy lifestyle? So with doTERRA's wellness pyramid, you can look it up online. If you're watching, you'll see the slides or the little images I have, but you can Google doTERRA's wellness pyramid and it comes right up and it'll explain it. And then you can always find on my website, Crystal Clear Oilers group on Facebook, you can ask questions and we can go over it more. But we're going to look at the diet first, and we want to talk about what is a healthy diet. I think that talking about diet and nutrition is like, it's like beating a bush. You don't really want to hear it anymore. That's kind of how, like, when we talk at church, when we talk in our groups, like, people talk, that's all they talk about is food and what are we doing and what are we eating and how is the new way. It can get tiring. But understanding a balance and understanding that is how important it is going to be what changes your foundation. So having a balanced diet, sometimes, like I said, it's emotionally challenging to commit to change or to implement exercise or activities that are more calming. And so I would like to recommend first like an emotional response. And so if you're not motivated, get out your oils and find like wild orange or peppermint and start diffusing it for a week and just start getting yourself pumped up and use it on the bottom of your feet, or grab some of the emotional aromatherapy oils. Like Motivate is great. That's one of my favorite ones, and Peace, and it kind of just calms me back down, but it also helps me to be more motivated to exercise. Like when I have to get up at 6 because my kids will be up at 7. If I don't get up early enough to do exercise, it's not going to happen. And so being motivated to do that is a huge thing. And so it all starts mentally. It's like whatever is in your mind over matter, that old saying. So find oils that help with that and start there. One of my favorite diffuser blends is Slim and Sassy with Wild Orange. It's very invigorating. It just makes you smile. And you're also getting those benefits of Slim and Sassy. We are going to talk about that oil some today, but you get that benefit breathing it. And so get those oils, the grapefruit. It just brightens your mood. It helps your body to start burning fat. Get it in your body, just breathing it for a week to get you motivated to exercise. Dr. Hill is one of our main main doctors in doTERRA. He actually is a founding father of the company in 2009, and he has a recommended daily routine. So when Neil and I were first starting oils, we had no idea what we were doing. But we were like, yeah, I started with supplements. He shortly after started with supplements, and then we started to learn about oils. And Dr. Hell recommends something. And he talked about why a daily regimen is so important. It generally takes, he says, a month for every year that you've had a problem in order for your body to heal. And so if you're struggling with weight loss and being obese or overweight, or just completely drained of energy, or maybe you have inflammation or bad headaches or something, those things, the longer you've struggled with it, the more your body is set in that habit in your neurons. And so it takes your body a month to get out of that and heal. And so starting is so important. And so he says to do supplements, the Lifelong Vitality, that's the XE Omega, the Alpha CRS Plus, and the Microplex VMZ, every morning, along with the oils Balance, On Guard, Lemon, and Frankincense. And there's a variety of ways to use those oils. We just rub them on our feet. We put lemon in our water, and Neil and I put frankincense under our tongue. And that's every morning. Then every night, that's doing half of the supplements. Sorry. So in the nighttime or in the afternoon, we will do the other half of our supplements, and then we will add frankincense under our tongue, one more drop, and then we diffuse lavender. And so this is the protocol he recommends. And along with that, he also recommends doing the probiotics daily. And we do a cleanse. It's like a mini cleanse quarterly. So every 3 months, we use GX Assist for 10 days just to clean out our gut. And we double up on the probiotic after that 10 days for 5 days. And that helps our body to be supported, get out the toxins that we've accumulated in our gut or any excess candida that's kind of draining us. And then we go on with our daily habit. And we're going to talk about what you eat. And right now, I want you just to think, what does your daily diet consist of? Are you on the run? Are you constantly eating out? Are you struggling with finding the time to make good foods? And are you drinking sodas or sugary drinks, even juice? Some people don't realize how much sugar even orange juice is. Just it's straight sugar, straight to your glucose blood sugar levels. Those are really, really, they affect your blood sugar, which affects your energy and then affects your overall health. And so having a balanced diet, cutting those foods out the best you can, and then bringing in whole foods. By whole foods, I mean straight from the farm, as much as possible, so not processed. So meats like fish, eggs, nuts, beans, things like those, and high quality grains like quinoa. Just grains that are going to take more for your body to process and get the fiber out of them versus a white rice that would be converted directly to sugar. Something people don't realize, and some people do, and it's just more of a habit and it's hard to understand and get past, is that calories matter, but when you bring in a lot of food, whether it's good foods or not, like say you're bringing in a lot of protein and a lot of carbohydrates, but they're good carbohydrates, beans and pastas and things that are rich in whole grains, those are still converted to fat when you eat too much of it. So as a lifestyle, as a healthy lifestyle and a balanced diet, what we need is really to eliminate the excess. And so portioning, and you say eat less, people say that can be draining and sometimes not sustainable. And so you have to eat the right kinds of foods so you're not full, so you're not hungry just so shortly after. So foods that are high in natural fats, like avocados, eggs, nuts, those are going to sustain you and help you to feel more full than if you were to eat beans or rice or pastas. Those are more carbohydrates and they have a little fat, but then they're going to be used up very quickly, and your body is going to not have as much energy for long. So keeping those in mind, getting rid of the sugary processed foods, anything that's bad fats like canola oil and things like that. Those, taking those out, adding good foods, and then make, one of the tricks that our family has used is using a small plate, because then you don't fill it up as much, and trying not to have that full feeling, because that full feeling causes, it's like a mental trigger for some people. So if you have emotional attachment to food, my sister-in-law told me she had a counselor for other reasons, and she said that they said, well, she told them, when I'm upset, when I'm struggling, when I'm stressed out, I eat. And so many of us do that. We have like, oh, I grab chocolate or I grab a soda when I'm stressed out. And the counselor told her, don't do that. Don't reward yourself with food. You're not a dog. And so when she heard that, her mentality was completely changed. Like, she said, no, I'm not a dog. And so now every time she would go to reward herself, she would think, I'm not a dog. I shouldn't be doing this. And that has changed her lifestyle just dramatically. She changed it so much and been able to change her habits just by that. So think about that when you're trying to eat and rewarding yourself. And a lot of times that's where our portions get longer and bigger, is because we're stuffing it in to cover up feelings or to deal with things. doTERRA offers Terra Greens. So if you're not a big vegetable eater, like my kids are, it's a struggle to get kids to eat veggies, grab the Terra Greens, because one scoop of those is a huge bunch of servings of fruits and vegetables. And you can add it to spaghetti sauce, you can add it to a smoothie, and it doesn't taste strong at all. And so you get all those benefits without much hassle. And it's just a really good way to add it in. Now, exercising is just as important as diet. We can bring a bunch in, but it's kind of like the caveman theory. When you have a bunch of calories and you're supposed to go out and get lots of fatty stuff, our bodies crave that fat and those carbs, and then they store it for energy when we go out to work really hard. But how many of us actually go out and work really hard, right? Not many. Not like in the physical aspect. And so we have to implement exercise in order to get our bodies out of that caveman mentality where we're storing it. So one, you don't need as much food as you think you do. And two, you have to move more. Our joints are meant to be moving. We came from when we, just in the beginning of man, we were out there working hard, moving around and working for our food, hunting and gathering it. And now we can go to the grocery store and we can go through the drive-through. And so all that's taken away. And what we need is to get back out there moving. And accountability is key here. And so if you don't have somebody who encourages you, I encourage you to find someone on our group page who will just give you a text a week or a 5-minute phone call a week and say, hey, have you moved this week? What's your plan this week? What are you doing? And whether it's 30 minutes a day of walking fast, or maybe you do yoga, there are great oils to support those, to help you to be motivated. And there are oils to help your joints as you're starting and you're not used to it, and your back and your legs are all, stiff and you're sore. The more you move, the more fluid your body will be, the more synovial fluid will come, and you will have more comfort in moving. And so the less you move, the more stiff you get, the more aches you get. So if you haven't tried the yoga collection, that's doTERRA's yoga collection. There are 3 different oils: Anchor, Align, and Arise. They have incredible different oils in them that help to wake you up, get you motivated, just help you to feel more centered and motivated to exercise. Doesn't mean you have to use them to do yoga. We use them just to diffuse and create a good atmosphere. But our kids love to smell things like that. It triggers in their mind, okay, now it's time to get up. Now it's time to do yoga. Now it's time to do school. Like, because I have a routine of oils, and they know those smells trigger those memories. They don't know that, but I know that. But it works. And so try those kind of things. And stretching is very important. Even if you're not into exercising yet, sit in your chair and bend down and touch your toes. Stretch in the air as high as you can. Pull your arm to one side and your neck, and give yourself some love, because you want your body to be able to move better. There is a 30-day cleanse that helps with weight management and with getting out toxins, so that you can be on a routine and be more committed to weight loss and control. They have a 30-day renewal, and that's where I talked about the GX Assist. We did one soft gel for 10 days, and you would do one in the morning and one at night. So that's 2 a day. And then that's for 10 days. And you do that along with your Lifelong Vitality supplements. Your supplements are going to help keep you grounded, keep your body nourished during dieting, during changing of diets, just getting your lifestyle switched over from getting all the toxins out, the processed foods. And it's going to help when you do a cleanse. So your cleanse, do the GX Assist for 10 days, stop the GX Assist, and then you do probiotics for 10 days. You actually do 3. So 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 at night. It's important not to do them all in the morning, because it gets flushed through your body. You want to spread them out so that your body gets a good repopulation of good bacteria in your gut. When you're eating, especially if you haven't eaten a lot of fruits in your life, and you're or vegetables, and you're trying to get it back into your diet, create better habits, and choose an apple over a pizza or an apple over a cheeseburger, grab Terrazyme. Terrazyme is the tummy saver. Like, if you've had just gas or any type of issues when it comes to gluten sensitivity, dairy sensitivity, or maybe your kid struggles with like lactose intolerance, Terrazyme is a lifesaver. Eat it before every meal. You can take 1 to 3 capsules with your meal before it on an empty stomach before, if you know you really struggle, or you could do 1 to 2 in the morning and at night. I take it every meal, before every meal. And Zendocrine is another complex that helps to detoxify. So you're going to help detoxify your liver and your organs and your skin. And it helps to get all of the things that build up in our bodies, and our bodies don't know how to process, and get those out. This is part of the 30-day cleanse, the Terrazyme and the Zendocrine. And that's the capsules. Those are actually the complex, and it's not oil. Those are actually enzymes. The Zendocrine oil you use to detox your liver, and it's 2 drops in a capsule, or it really doesn't taste that bad. You can put it under your tongue and just drink it down with water, and you take it once in the morning and once at night for 30 days. This is the cleanse we're talking about. And then the Slim and Sassy, you can either use the oil and do like 4 or 5 drops in water and drink it down at least 3 times between meals or after meals. I actually like to do it before meals, because it helps me to not eat as much. So if I'm taking my Slim and Sassy daily and I do it 3 to 5 times a day, I make sure that I'm drinking that before I eat. That way my stomach is partially full, and it starts to satiate that craving for food, and then I eat, and then I'm perfectly fine the rest until my next meal. The Slim and Sassy does come in gel caps. So doTERRA has designed, they know how important it is for weight management. There's over, 35%, I think is the newest statistics for obesity in America alone. And quite honestly, it's worldwide in countries that are not struggling, that are first world countries, adults are 35%. 15% of children are obese. And this is just a concern in overall health and overall societies. And doTERRA knows that. So they have a whole line for weight management to help. And so the Terra Greens fall in that. The supplements are huge to help you to maintain a sustainable system with your new lifestyle. And they have trim shakes. Those are just protein powder, basically. It's like a meal replacement. And so you can't only use that, you need to eat, but say you want to have it for breakfast or lunch and then you eat a good healthy meal. What I've done in the past is I do vegan. There's a vegan one. Well, I'm not vegan all the time, like meat and stuff, but I can't have dairy. And so I use the vegan trim shake and it tastes like vanilla. It's really good. And I actually add the greens to it, the Terra Greens to it. And then I add the Slim and Sassy to it. And I just make a little shake and I drink that down and it works really great. And so I do one in the morning and then one at night. And then I would eat a healthy lunch, like a good strong lunch. But I don't like to eat after a certain time at night because then it just seems for me to stay on my body more. And the trim shakes actually have some really cool components in it. They have, I'm trying to remember them name, Estratrim, and these are patented. Estratrim is a patented plant product. doTERRA discovered the plant. It's from the ashwagandha plant, and it's just protein that helps your body to regulate the cortisol, and the cortisol is what causes the fat to accumulate around your gut and around your thighs and your bum and your liver. And so this plant, the that's a really weird word, but ashwagandha, it helps to regulate the cortisol, and that is very important when you're trying to maintain a healthy weight and get rid of weight. And the other component that's in the trim shakes is it's solathin. Solathin is a protein extract that comes from food. It comes from a root, and it is an incredible protein that helps to regulate and maintain your metabolism. So check out the line online on the doTERRA.com website. You can see there's a whole line of Slim and Sassy stuff like the gum, the oils, and all that. And just is there to support you and your overall health. So you have a one-stop shop. I just have a slide here. It's those of you who are on the phone. For the Slim and Sassy, it's recommended by doTERRA that you use 3 to 5 drops in 8 ounces of water 3 to 5 times a day. We limit it to about 25 drops a day in our family. One thing I wanted to share with you is we actually have made mint chocolate chip ice cream trim shakes we use the vegan one. It's vanilla. They have 3 flavors, the regular kind, and it's vanilla, chocolate, and orange cream, but we use the vanilla vegan. You add a drop of peppermint oil to it with some ice, and then you choose the kind of milk you want. We use coconut milk, but you could use like cashew milk, almond milk, rice milk. And then it calls for 2 scoops of the shake mix and like 12 chocolate chips, and then you blend it together. But we use Lily chips. Lily chips are sugar-free, dairy-free, and they are made with erythritol, so it's non-GMO corn. And so you're not going to have an insulin response with that. And it's really yummy. So our kids really like that. And so overall, I think it's just keep in mind and think about what are your goals for weight control, for just managing your lifestyle in general. You are part of doTERRA. You have a team of people on the Facebook group who you can ask questions, you can talk with, see what their experiences are. Find an accountability partner. That's so important. But just remember, it's designed for you to help you find the healthy foundation. And so when you're using your supplements and having a healthy diet, your body will start to change. And so the first week will be really tough. The second week, you'll start to feel mentally better. But by that fourth week, and you're starting to see results energy wise, and then the eighth week, when you start to see it in your body, it seems like in your mind that first week that it's never going to happen. But we've all been there, and it happens and it works. And when it's a lifestyle, you don't have to keep going back and forth. You just make up your mind. You make up your mind that you want to live. You want to live healthy. You want to live stronger. You're tired of being sick, or you're tired of being tired or having headaches. Grab an accountability partner. Let us be there for you and walk you through this and just encourage you. That's what our passion is, Neil and I, and Kim is too. And we look forward to seeing you on there. What I have a challenge for you, and I want you to do something for yourself for this next week, like once a day for the next week. And I just want you to post in that Crystal Clear Oilers page, the group, and say, you know what? Today I drank one less soda. Today I said no to that brownie. Or today I took my supplements. And just that's an accountability right there, saying I did something for myself. And then that's like one step closer to getting to your goals. So if you need help structuring your goals, that's why Neil and I are here. Contact us on the Facebook page or on our personal page, and we will be very happy to walk you through that, pray with you, and guide you. Remember, we're not doctors. We are health coaches. I have had nutritional training, but I'm still not a doctor. So make sure you talk to your doctor if you change anything significant. These are all very healthy ways to live your life, and I'm sure your doctors will agree.